when I hit the 3-digit mark on the weighing scale, that was like the tipping point for me. I was like, okay, that's enough. And plus, I have in like my family history as well. There's a bit of a heart problem, so I have high blood pressure.
Okay.
So I think I need to be extra careful of my diet, of my fitness levels as well. I used to work out quite regularly when from about 2009 to 2012.
Okay.
When I was about like 18 to 20 years old. I used to be quite regular with my workouts, and I was quite fit at that time as well. Then what happened is that this was back in India, but then I moved to the UK and I got really unhealthy with my diet, drinking, etc., etc. And then I started working. So then I sort of lost track of my fitness a little bit for a few years, for like about 3-4 years. So I think when I hit the 3-digit mark on the weighing scale, that was like the tipping point for me. I was like, okay, that's enough. And plus, I have in like my family history as well. There's a bit of a heart problem, so I have high blood pressure.
Okay.
So I think I need to be extra careful of my diet, of my fitness levels as well. I think it also affects your work, because I think you get a bit more lethargic if you're not active. It has a direct influence on your productivity at work as well, I feel. You become slow, tired, you start feeling tired very early in the day. And then I sort of realized that was starting to happen as well, but that's not good. So that's why I wanted to become a bit more active, at least a couple of times in the week. That's when I started going to a gym. It's a big gym, but I won't name the gym. But I wasn't really very happy with the experience over there, because I thought I had taken up personal training for a few months as well. I felt like they were just behind making more money off you. I don't think they were personally invested in your goals, your fitness, and what you want to achieve out of it. I didn't really see any results because at that particular point of time, actually, I wasn't that busy with work either. I feel I'm more busy these days. But I think in terms of, I couldn't find like the right trainer who I like got along with and who could really like push me back into fitness, because I think when you go into a phase where you're quite lazy, then you need someone to bring you on track. In that sense, right? I mean, but no, I wasn't really happy. It was a very like unexpected experience, because I actually met him in an Uber. Met him in an Uber.
Oh, Uber.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then he started talking about what he does on the side as well, and then I was like, yeah, that sounds great, man. And I think he seemed like a great guy. I was like, I think this is the guy to push me back into fitness as well. He seemed like a one who would be personally invested in your goals and your fitness as well. We did a trial, and then I really liked it. But then unfortunately what happened was, this was back in 2017, but then I had to go back to India. So I went back to India for a year. And then there was a dormant state where I wasn't really working out back in India as well. And then I came back earlier this year in March. And that's when I got in touch with Jazz again. Actually, the bulk of the results I've seen is since I met him a couple of months ago. I think there are two parts to it, right? So one is, of course, the technical progress you have in terms of what really makes your body click, understanding exercise patterns. But that's one part of it, which is the body. I think the other is mind. I think a lot of people understand your limitations of your body and then how much you can push yourself. But I think not a lot of people understand how much you can push your mind as well. I think Jazz is a good combination of both. He really understands the person. He really understands what are the buttons to push for them to get a little bit motivated mentally as well. And of course, he understands his workouts, and the technical part of it, of course, is very good. But I think the other part is something which is quite rare, which I think Jazz does really well. And I think like working out with him is it's not boring, dull, it's not very technical. It's a lot of fun as well. We joke around, we laugh so much. So that's the other bit which is, I think, important when you will train with someone, how you get along with that person, and I think he brings in that. Yeah, so I think my expectations were, because I have slightly high blood pressure, and then plus I was quite obese as well. I'm getting there. I mean, I've not met my goals, of course, yet, but at least working towards that. But I think at that time I couldn't push myself really hard. So I think the first few workouts I had with him, I was puking. I was I couldn't really finish my workouts as well. But that's changed over the few months. Like I can complete my workouts now. I don't puke. I haven't puked since I started working out with him again in 2018. But before that, I think it was just a person who can understand what your limitations are. Because if you put on a little bit more weight, you're carrying around a bit more weight as well. Right? So I think there are limitations to what you can and cannot do. But I think he understood that really well and he designed something around it. I think the other expectation I had, which he did really well on, is giving recommendations on what to eat, what not to eat as well, like a diet plan, which I think he understands now. He understands my eating patterns. He understands what I really like to eat, what I can do without, and I think he creates something which incorporates all of that. It's more personalized in that sense, and I think personalization is a big thing, right? You got to really there's no one size fits all model of sorts. You really got to understand what that person's lifestyle is, what their job is like, what kind of working hours do they have, what's around them, what they can eat, what they have access to, what they don't. I think he understands that really well, and then creates something which is achievable. Because if you create something which is very inaccessible to you, then it doesn't really work. So in the last few months, I think I've lost close to about 5-6 kgs. When I first started training with him, I was about 113 kgs. Now I'm at about 102, 103. So it's been quite a good sort of drop as well. In terms of fat percent as well, it's been pretty good. I don't think double digit, but close to the higher single digit number. I think in terms of body fat percent as well. I think the biggest achievement for me is that I'm able to finish my workouts, which I couldn't do. So I think I can push myself a bit more. I think I'm not, what I was talking about before earlier is that you feel a bit more lethargic, which I don't anymore. I feel a bit more active and out there in that sense. So of course I think for me, I don't look at quick results. I don't look at, I want to like quickly reduce weight and get down to it. So for me it's not that short term thing. It's more of a gradual, and I'm fine with that. I'm fine with results which take time, because then you know that you're actually building, you're making fitness a part of your lifestyle and not just for quick wins. Positively, what it does for you, like for example, when you drop your pant size, right, which I recently dropped thanks to him, so that makes you feel good, right? When you look at your wardrobe, certain shirts become looser and stuff like that. That makes you feel good as well. I think that's positive. Naturally, you start feeling, as I mentioned, there's of course the energetic bit, but I think there's also a sense of positivity that comes into your life with being able to finish your workout, being more active. So I think it affects you positively as well. It makes you less irritable also, I feel. I think working out, sweating it out, and releasing your sort of pent up energy over that makes you less irritable, makes you more positive. Yeah, I think it's a process, because I don't think you can find something which fits you the first time around. So I think you got to give it a few chances. You got to see what works for you, what doesn't work for you, and then I think it's about being persistent with that. It's about making sure that you. I think before that as well, it's also about getting clear with what your goal is. If you're looking for quick wins, then work towards that. If you're looking for a gradual progress in your life, so I think first determining that goal, and then I think it's also about expectation management, because I think the world we live in, right? It's, if you look at like all the fads and the diets which are around us, it creates the wrong expectations in people's minds. So I think keeping your expectations in check, and just realizing what works for you, what doesn't work for you, definitely, and then finding that thing that works for you. And that's important, because otherwise it feels like a chore. Yeah, no, I think it's been awesome, dude. Training with Jazz, and I think, as I mentioned, he's a great guy beyond the gym as well. And that he adds a lot of like humor into the training as well. He adds a lot of like we do a lot of banters while we're training. And he's a great guy. So as I mentioned, he really understands your goals, understands what ticks, what makes you tick, what doesn't, and creates something around it.